Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Bobbing Bookbird. And on today's video I will be reviewing Slay by Brittany Morris. So, what is Slay about? It's about a badass female character and you should definitely read it. That's it. That's the end of the review. It's literally that simple. I'm kidding. No. Just like before, I'm going to do my non-spoiler review and then I'm going to do my spoiler review. And yeah, so you guys can really see what this book's all about. So, non-spoiler review, here we go. This is called Slay and it's written by Brittany Morris. Now, it styles itself as a mix between Ready Player One that meets The Hate U Give. Although I feel like this book is definitely much more than that. It dives into racism in all forms and for me definitely makes it a must read. It's really good how it does it. So I'm going to be coming at this as an eye-opening experience for me in regards to racism, but also as a reader who enjoys playing video games and how they kind of work together. So for the character development, I found it to be really awesome. This book does character development. Wow, it's really good. Definitely recommend for the character development itself. The characters such as Kiara, who's the main character of the story, she grows amazingly throughout the story. Really, really, really good. I also loved learning about Claire and Steph, which are two of the female characters in this. I do feel like one issue with this character development of the story is that it's very much focused on the female character development instead of the males. But I'll get into more of that in the spoiler section of this review. But overall, the character development, really well good. Really well done. Really well done. The world development is just so gorgeously developed. Really love learning about Slay as the video game. I love learning about coding, the world and the story that it's set in. Especially regarding France and America and how they contrast. As someone who lives in the UK, never been to either of those places, so it was really intriguing for me to learn more about these places. And I love how Brittany wrote the world of Slay. Like, I feel like she's played video games. Maybe even coded some too, because the way she talks about codes in this is really, really intriguing. I also really loved learning about Black culture in this. It was really, really well done, and as someone who, trying to educate myself more on these important topics in this world, I found it was a really lovely introduction into that. We also got, it was minor, I wish there was a bit more of it, but we got representation for transgender people in this too, which was really nice little touch. I do wish we had a bit more of it though, but maybe if she does a sequel to this, we might get it, maybe, hopefully. The pacing, I found the pacing was a bit slower at the start of this book, but it quickly evened out and it became much more consistent throughout. I do feel like it went a bit fast towards the end. That was one of my biggest issues, I think. And I wish it slowed down a bit so I could process everything that was happening in this story really quick. Because there was a lot happening towards the end. The language in this book, really well good. Really well good. I really need to learn words apparently. So, the language in this book I found was really well done. There were a couple of stuff I struggled to understand, but I'm going to get into that in the in the spoiler review section. But yeah, I mean, there was a couple of language things that I struggled to understand. There were a couple of racist comments that got me a little bit uncomfortable, but overall, I really loved the language used in the story. I thought it was really well done. So yeah. And for plot, I thought the plot was, it was a really fun read. The plot development in this is so good. If you want something that's very character and plot driven, that has a nice balance between the two, get this book. Really, really good. Pick it up. I love learning about the concept of Slay as a game that was used in this, as a VR game, and her building it and kind of seeing an interesting perspective of someone who has made a video game. Like, that's really cool. And I love seeing the consequence of that video game being played out in the real world. Like, that was really intriguing. And the bit about, like, the murder mystery element of the story, really, really, really good. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more from Brittany Morris. It was really good. I think it's definitely a must read for anyone, not just for the education, but also because it's a fun read. And I think that's important. Yeah. So I give this book a 5-star. So definitely pick it up. It's worth it. That's it. So let's get into the spoiler part of this, because there's stuff that I'd like to talk about that I struggle not to talk about when it comes to, Going back to the character development, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I love the way Kiara goes throughout the story, love learning about Claire's death, love seeing the friendships develop between the 3 girls. That was really good. And it felt really real to me. I think my 2 issues was that Malcolm, who is her boyfriend, never grew or learned throughout the book. And I thought that was kind of really sad, because I feel like there was definitely room for him to learn. And I also wish we got more of an insight to Watt too, which is he was one of the brothers of the girls, and I wish we could have had a really nice scene between him and Kiara, and them kind of like him apologizing to her for the stuff that happened at the beginning of the book, of him wanting an interview. Why he wanted to interview her about black culture, but in a way that was quite offensive, and I kind of wished he grew from that and he apologized for it, and that would have been really nice. I think I would have much preferred a more balance between males and female characters growing, instead of it just being more heavily focused on female character development. But it was still a really good read, and I said still got 4 out of 5 stars. For the world development, it was gorgeously developed, as I said. I really love learning about Slay, about coding, especially in regards to her making the video game. Like, that was really cool. And yeah, I've pretty much touched upon everything in the world development in the non-spoiler part. So I'll just tell you, the world development got 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. Pacing got 4 out of 5 stars. I felt like the pacing was a bit slow at the start, but I said quickly in doubt. But I feel like towards the end, it went really, really fast, especially the reveal that Malcolm was the one who was behind it. Like, I felt like that could have been slowed down a little bit, especially like in regards to what happened between them at the end. But I will say the ending though is amazing. I really love the ending. The ending of the story was really well done, and it gave me such heartwarming feels inside. I just loved it. I know we're talking about pacing here, but the ending was just really nicely paced, and I like that. So yeah, I got 4 out of 5. Language also got 4 out of 5 stars. As I said, there were a couple of racist comments that I got a bit uncomfortable reading, but I understood its purpose to educate people and why that's important. I also felt like there were some parts of the language that I struggled to understand, and maybe more of an explanation is needed just to make things a bit clearer. especially in regards to coding. I think like I struggled a little bit with that. And yeah, that's why I gave it 4 out of 5. And the plot development, as I said, loved the plot. Really fun to read. The concept was really well done in this story. I do wish we got a bit more of a insight in regards to Malcolm though, because I feel like he was the one character that didn't really grow. Like it was really sad to see a lot of his own internalized racism inside of him, and that was really sad to see. So it would have been nice to have seen, like, towards the end, him growing a bit more. I mean, I know I'm talking about character development here, but I don't know. I just feel like that would have been nice. But, you know, it's definitely for the plot. Like, maybe towards the end, maybe she could have, like, maybe he could have wrote her letter from, like, in prison, just saying, like, you know, I realised where I went wrong, and I'm sorry for all the pain I put you through. Just something to show that he's grown, and I felt like we didn't really get that. Which is kind of sad, but you know, the plot itself, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I hope she does a sequel, because yeah, that would be amazing. I really love this book. So good. And yeah, the score is 22 out of 25, by the way. Got 88%, and it's 5 stars. So it's definitely a 5-star read. For me, anyways. It's really good. Really loved it. I'm looking forward to more from Brittany Morris. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of Slay in the comments below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!